discuss today is a very interesting one. The name of the topic is Walking Through the Storm. So as we all know, in the 21st century, with the advent and advancement of technology and other factors such as health, emotional stress, and a lot of other various multidimensional factors, we end up finding ourselves in situations where the bouts of pressure and bouts of, I would say, environment to perform are too high. And because of these situations, we find that we are unable to have control over things which we want to go the way we want. Because of this, there are various issues. We try to control these and things don't happen the way it's supposed to happen, and we end up into bigger or deeper problems. So my question to you this morning is, how do we actually get help by faith in the Lord, and how does Lord Jesus help us?
Yeah, one thing, Aniket, every human on this earth might have gone through some kind of storms in their lives, and a great point you have noticed and pointed, that is, storms are such a thing where we cannot have control. We cannot have control over the things that are happening around us. So which makes the situation very frustrated, and we would not be able to do anything in those situations to come out of those. As soon as we talk about storms, it takes my attention to one of the stories in the Bible from John chapter 14, where Jesus walks on the water.
Absolutely.
You know, it is always fascinating to me to read the story over and over again. The disciples were sailing in the night on the sea. Suddenly a storm arose, and they were so frightened and scared, thinking that they may lose their lives, they may not be able to see their families next morning. And that is a moment Jesus was walking on the water, and he meets his disciples on the sea.
Absolutely.
And
yeah,
I always had this question: Jesus is able to fly. He can just fly and appear.
Yeah, like
to
being
his
the creator of
disciples.
the heavens and earth, he can easily do that.
Absolutely. So he can fly and meet his disciples. By walking on the water, he is telling them, the water which is troubling you, it is still under my feet, which means it is still under my control. Whatever the storm may be, we may not be able to have exercise control over them.
True.
But there is someone, that is Jesus, who is able to exercise the absolute control over every storm.
Yeah,
So
so
that's what he
you
was
mean
trying
to
to
say that
communicate.
the biggest of problems are all below the feet of the Lord.
Absolutely.
So I would also like to refer to that place where he asks Peter to actually
Yeah, that's an important thing, and we should never forget that. Peter wants to walk on the water, seeing Jesus walking on the water, and he allows Peter to walk on the water. Peter was able to walk on the water as long as he focused his eyes, as long as he was looking unto Jesus. He was able to walk on the water. The moment he shifted his attention, shifted his focus from Jesus to the storm, he started drowning. One thing we understand from here very clearly, that as long as we have our focus on Jesus, we would be able to walk on the storm. The water which was dangerous to us, it is still under the control of Jesus. When we look unto Jesus, that same water will come under our control. And one interesting point here is, Jesus can calm down the storm as soon as he appeared to his disciples, but he doesn't do that.
exactly. Yeah.
He does that after taking Peter and getting inside the boat. All the disciples were inside the boat. Then he calms down the storm. When Jesus was inside their boat, the storm calmed down. When Jesus was inside, no storm can take over us, because everything is under his control in our lives as well. We may face problems and storms from our workplace, from our family issues, or financial issues, or whatever the issues may be, even from personal psychological issues. And no storm is able to take over us, because every storm is under our control. When we are able to look unto Jesus, we would be able to exercise control over the storm, and we would be able to walk on the water. We can walk on the storm.
Absolutely. So that defines in the most correct way how calming down of a storm actually takes place, and that is when we look onto the Lord. So thank you so much for this discussion. We hope to see you all soon. Thank you for your time.